Good morning, dear students. I am Ms. Vandana Pai. In today's lecture of the subject Modern Management Practices, we will be discussing the levels of Six Sigma. The levels of Six Sigma can be classified into 5 parts. Okay, the first one is champion, second one is master black belts, third one is black belt under master black belt, okay, and the fourth one is green belt. Okay, see, whenever we consider the different levels of Six Sigma, okay, if we compare it with the martial arts, okay, it will look like similar. Okay, जेव्हा आपण लेवल्स ऑफ सिक्स सिग्माचा विचार करतो, ओके, लेवल्स ऑफ सिक्स सिग्माचा विचार करतो तेव्हा कुठेतरी हे आणि मार्शल आर्ट्सचे जे बेल्ट्स आहेत त्यांचं सिमिलरिटी जाणवते, कारण की ओके ह्या सिक्स सिग्माच्या लेवल्समध्ये सुद्धा कलर्स आहेत. सो थोडंफार तसं आपल्याला वाटू शकतं. सी द फर्स्ट लेवल ऑफ सिक्स सिग्मा इट सेल्फ इज चॅम्पियन्स. ओके, चॅम्पियन्स. See, champion take responsibility for Six Sigma implementation across the organization in an integrated manner. Okay, who are champions? See, champions are those people who take responsibility for Six Sigma implementation across the organization in an integrated manner. Okay, what they do, how to implement Six Sigma across the organization, they take efforts for that. The executive leadership draws them from upper management. Champions also act as mentors to black belts. Okay, see, these champions, under them black belts, they do work. Okay, they are comprising of the upper management or top level management. Okay, the champions are one from the top level management. Okay, what they do, they take the responsibility for Six Sigma implementation across the organization in an integrated manner. Okay, then master black belts. Okay, master black belts. Okay, who are they? Yes, they are identified by champions who act as in-house coaches on Six Sigma. Okay, what they do, this master black belts, what they do, yes, they see to it that the Six Sigma within the organization, okay, within the organization it is practiced in a good manner. Okay, they devote 100% of their time to Six Sigma. Okay, what they do, they give or they devote 100% of their time to Six Sigma. They assist champions and guide black belts and green belts. Okay, see what these people do. Yes, what these master black belts do. Yes, they assist champions and guide. Yes, they support the champions and they assist whom, black belts and green belts. Okay, black belts and green belts, they do work under these champions. Okay, under this master black belts. Okay, black belts and green belts, they work under whom? They work under master black belts, and master black belts work under the champions. Okay, apart from statistical task, okay, apart from the statistical task, they spend their time on ensuring consistent application of Six Sigma across various functions and departments. Okay, see what these people do. Yes, they spend their time on ensuring whether the Six Sigma is practiced or functioned in the departments in proper manner or not. Okay, they look to it, they see to it. Okay, getting it. Then the black belts. Okay, who are these black belts? Black belts operate under master black belts. Okay, black belts operate under master black belts. Okay, black belt operate, yes, under the master black belts to apply Six Sigma methodology to specific projects. okay, for specific project, for their application of Six Sigma into such type of specific project itself. Yes, the black belts, they do operate, they devote 100% of their valued time to Six Sigma. Yes, what they do, they, yes, they allot or devote 100% of their time to Six Sigma. They primarily focus on Six Sigma project execution and special leadership with special tasks, whereas champions and master black belts focus on identifying projects functions for Six Sigma. Okay, see, this black belts, they operate under whom? They operate under master black belts. Okay, and they give their 100%. They give their 100% devotion and valued time to Six Sigma. They focus on, yes, Six Sigma project execution. Actually, what they do, yes, whether okay, whatsoever might be communicated by the champions and master black belts, okay, these people, they work on it. Okay, then green belts are the employees who take up Six Sigma implementation along with their other job responsibilities, operating under the guidance of black belts. Okay, see, green belts work under black belts. Okay, and what is their role? Yes, they conduct the responsibilities. Okay, they conduct or they carry on the responsibilities which are imparted to them. Okay, which are imparted to them. That's it. So, there are four levels of Six Sigma. First is champion, second is master black belts, third is black belts, and fourth one is green belts. Okay, getting it? So, the green belts, okay, they are the smallest, or they are the people from the lower level management who do carry on the responsibilities which are allotted to them. Okay, under okay, above them, the black belts work. Okay, they also look at the project execution and special leadership. Okay, they do leadership on green belts. Okay, above the black belts, master black belts, they do work. Okay, master black belts, they are handled by whom? They are handled by the champions. Okay, so this is the chronology of the levels of Six Sigma.
Another concept from our unit number second, that is benchmarking. What is benchmarking all about? Yes, benchmarking is a very easy concept actually. Okay, it will be easier for you to understand it. Okay, and for our syllabus, we will be studying the concept of benchmarking. With that, we will go through the features of benchmarking. Okay, and we will go through the limits also. Okay, and the types of benchmarking. Okay. See, what is benchmarking? Benchmarking is a process through which a comparison is made. What is done? Okay, benchmarking is a process where companies compare their nature of work with other companies, okay, in same field or other field, okay, and they set certain type of standard of working. Okay, see what is done in benchmarking actually. So, in benchmarking, what is done? Say, in benchmarking, if you want to produce a good, Okay, for example, if you want to produce a four-wheeler, okay, or manufacture a four-wheeler through your organization. Okay, see, already there are number of brands prevailing onto the market, right? खूप सारे ब्रँड्स आहेत जे फोर व्हीलर मॅन्युफॅक्चर करतात. Okay, if you think that, okay, though there are so many products, so many four wheelers brands prevailing into the market, still our brand should be reflected, should be consumer friendly, or it should be demanded by the consumer. What you can do? See, okay, if you are launching the product, okay, at the time of launching, or if you want to modify your product at that time also, okay, two things you are required to do. Yes, highlight the features of four wheelers of different brands. Okay, वेगवेगळ्या ब्रँड चे जे फोर व्हीलर्स आहेत त्यांचे जे फीचर्स आहेत ते आयडेंटिफाय करायचे. ओके, ते फीचर्स आयडेंटिफाय करून त्यातले जे बेस्ट आहेत, बेस्ट फीचर्स आहेत ज्याच्यासाठी ती गाडी प्रसिद्ध आहे, ओके, ते फीचर्स आहेत ते लिहून ठेवायचे. ओके, अँड ट्राय टू इम्बाइब दोज फीचर्स इन टू युअर प्रोडक्ट. ओके, surely the product which will be, okay, which will be generated by collecting the best features of the brands which are prevailing into the market. Okay, surely what will happen? Yes, what will happen? Yes, it will be consumer friendly, right? Okay, प्रिव्हियसली समजा त्यात तीच गोष्ट सॅटिस्फाय करण्यासाठी, ओके, एखादी नीड सॅटिस्फाय करण्यासाठी त्या व्यक्तीला दोन तीन गोष्टी समजा विकत घ्याव्या लागत असतील. ओके, आणि आता एकाच गोष्टीमध्ये, एकाच प्रोडक्टमध्ये सगळे त्याचे नीड्स सॅटिस्फाय होत असतील. ओके, इट इज वेल अँड गुड, राईट? इट इज वेल अँड गुड. So benchmarking is what? Yes, benchmarking is a process where different companies, they compare their nature of work with other companies in the same field of business, and they set certain type of standard of working. Okay. Then types of benchmarking, we will go through the different types of benchmarking. Okay, primarily there are two types of benchmarking. One is internal benchmarking and the second one is external benchmarking. Okay, as the name itself suggests, or the title itself suggests, internal means within. Okay, external, outside. Okay, see, or across. See, remember these two words. Okay, internal benchmarking means, yes, the benchmarking, that is the comparison of the practices and performance whenever it is there between teams, individuals, or groups which are prevailing into your organization. Okay, तुमच्या organization मध्ये जे टीम्स, इंडिव्हिज्युअल्स, ग्रुप्स काम करतात, ओके, त्यांच्यामध्ये जेव्हा तुम्ही कम्पेअर करता, त्यांच्या प्रॅक्टिसेस अँड परफॉर्मन्समध्ये जेव्हा कम्पेअर करता, ओके, such type of comparison it will be included under internal benchmarking. Okay, and exactly opposite to this external benchmarking, okay, when the same type of comparison, okay, that is your organizational performance, it is compared with the other companies, okay, across the company, okay, with other companies which are prevailing into the market, it will be called as external benchmarking. Okay, internal म्हणजे तुमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्येच, ओके, आणि एक्सटर्नल म्हणजे काय, तुमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनच्या बाहेर. Okay, with this there are other types of benchmarking. We will also go through it. Okay, process benchmarking. Okay, whenever you compare the processes which are adopted into your organization, right from the raw material conversion process till the distribution process. Okay, all these processes, whenever for these processes, if you compare your organization with other companies or other organizations processes, it will be called as process benchmarking. Okay, performance metrics. Okay, here, okay, whenever you compare your performance, okay, performance gaps with, okay, with the performance of your competitor. ओके, अँड यू हायलाइट द गॅप. ओके, जेव्हा तुम्ही काय करता, तुमच्या ऑर्गनायझेशनचा परफॉर्मन्स तुमच्या कॉम्पिटिटरच्या परफॉर्मन्स बरोबर कम्पेअर करता, ओके, इट विल बी कॉल्ड एज परफॉर्मन्स बेंचमार्किंग. ओके, अँड आफ्टर comparing the performance of you and your competitor, What you come to know? Yes. What you come to know? Yes. The gap. Okay. And you take the effective steps to bridge the gap, right? Then strategic benchmarking. Yes, what is strategic benchmarking? Yes, whenever you compare the strategies of your organization across the strategies of your competitors and other competitors into your product line. Okay, why we compare such type of strategies? Yes, to become more competitive in the market, right? Then SWOT. Okay, in such type of benchmarking, what is done? Your strength, your weakness, your opportunity and threat. It is identified. Okay, the strength of your organization, the weaknesses of your organization, the opportunities which can be grasped and turned into or converted into strength, and the threat. Okay, in future, what are the things, what are the challenges which you will be facing and how to face it effectively. Then peer benchmarking. Okay, peer benchmarking, third party benchmarking. A benchmarking in which some criteria is used. Okay, criteria is based on needs, customer needs. Okay, based on needs, whenever you do comparison, it will be included in peer benchmarking. Then group benchmarking. Okay, for example, whenever you do comparison with some groups of companies, okay, that will be called as group benchmarking. Then best practice benchmarking. See, each company has its best practice. It is known for it. Okay. So what do you do? Those brands which are prevailing into the market, that is your competitors, highlight their best practices. Highlight their best practices. Okay, and try to add it into your practices. Okay, that will be called as best practice benchmarking. Limits, limits of benchmarking. That is limitations of benchmarking. See, what are the different limitations of benchmarking? Do you do benchmarking for highlighting the best features and try to imbibe into your product and the production activity which you will be conducting after such type of practice. Okay. Still, there are certain limitations of benchmarking. Okay. जरी तुम्ही बेस्ट फीचर्स आयडेंटिफाय करून तुमच्या प्रोडक्टमध्ये इम्प्लिमेंट करत असाल तरी सुद्धा काही लिमिटेशन्स आहेत. ओके, काही शॉर्टकमिंग्स आहेत. First one is stabilize standards. Most of the company compare their working environment with another company. Yes, in benchmarking, okay, it will be done within the organization or across the companies. Okay, but for example, if your company is short, small scale company, you are comparing it with a large scale company. Yes, your success definition will be different. Their success definition will be different. Is it? So, establish standard means, okay, see, you can't set a standard. You can't set a standard by considering one of the aspects. Okay, your working environment might be different. Their working environment might be very much different. Then insufficient information, say 100% information of your competitors, practices, strategies, policies. You can't get it because okay, some of the things they are confidential in nature. Okay, some of the things they are confidential in nature. So okay, you will beat them in competition. Okay, they know this, so they don't disclose this, right? Okay, तुम्हाला ते सर्व गोष्टी शिकवणार नाहीत का, कारण की तुम्ही त्यांना कॉम्पिटिशन मध्ये मागे पडाल. Okay, so some of the information is still kept reserved by the competitor. It is never disclosed with anyone. Okay, due to this what happens? Okay, due to this what happens? Yes, insufficient information proves, just like, okay, half knowledge is dangerous, right? Okay, then decreased results. Decreased results. What is decreased results? Most of the time, when a company set its standards and try to improve that standard by implementing some new and creative ideas, at that time, the company need to look at those companies which are doing quite good in their similar type of business. Okay, see, many of the time what happens? We try to imbibe our competitors' practices. Okay, and what we do? We leave or forget the best practices of our company. Yes, and the result will be, yes, quite अनएक्सपेक्टेड वन्स. ओके, काय करतो आपण? आपल्या कॉम्पिटिटरला इम्बाईब करायला जातो, त्याला फॉलो करायला जातो आणि आपली जी बेस्ट प्रॅक्टिस आहे, ओके, ती विसरतो किंवा ती अनफॉलो करतो. त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं? नुकसान शेवटी आपल्यालाच होतं. देन लॅक ऑफ कस्टमर सॅटिस्फॅक्शन. Lack of customer satisfaction. What is it? Okay, though you produce a benchmark product, okay, a product which is a combination of different features which are expected by the customers for which they were purchasing 2 or 3 products. Okay, see, whenever you produce a benchmark product, surely the cost of production of such type of benchmark product, it will be too much. Okay, if it is too much, then surely, yes, while quoting the price, you will be quoting more. That's it. Which will not be affordable to the customer, right? Okay. Then lack of understanding. See, if you keep an eye on your competitor for gathering the information related to best features prevailing into their organization and their product. ओके, काय करता तुम्ही बघा, तुम्ही सतत तुमच्या कॉम्पिटिटरला पाहत असता, ऑब्झर्व करत असता. ओके, का करता तुम्ही ऑब्झर्व? येस, तुम्हाला त्यांचे बेस्ट फीचर्स ऑब्झर्व करायचे असतात. बट इफ इट इज रॉंगली टेकन बाय दॅट कंपनी, देन त्या कंपनीला कळालं की तुम्ही त्यांना ऑब्झर्व करताय, ते समजा चुकीच्या अर्थाने त्यांनी ते घेतलं तर कसं होईल? येस, इट विल बी क्वाईट कॉन्फ्लिक्टिंग, राईट? देन increased dependency. Okay, for example, at the time of modifications and updations, okay, as change is inevitable, right? Change is inevitable, and whenever we consider the market environment, it is constantly changing. Okay, as per the changes, your competitors, they do adapt their product, modify their organizations and all. Okay, now companies think that imbibing your competitors, it will be good because you don't have to use brain, right? There, तुम्हाला जास्त तुमचं डोकं यूज करावं लागणार नाही. Okay, but till you imbibe your competitor, the changes happen. As per the changes, your competitor modifies the product. Okay, आणि तुम्ही imbibe करत राहता, imitate करत राहता. Yes, due to this, yes, you fall behind. तुम्ही स्लो होता आणि तुम्ही मागे पडता. Okay, so you become dependent on your competitors, their ideas. Is it? You don't use your brain at that time. Is it? So these are some of the limitations of benchmarking. Okay. So in today's lecture we have gone through Six Sigma levels. After that we have gone through benchmarking concept. Okay. Then we have gone through the different types of benchmarking and limitations of benchmarking this concept. Okay. So with this video conclude today's lecture. Thank you.